it is official. Donald Trump has lost again. Now, yesterday, the Electoral College gave Joe Biden the 270 electoral votes that he needed to win in order to become president of the United States. To which I say, I cannot handle all the winning. There's so much winning. My head is spinning with all the winning that's going on. I am sick and tired of all of this winning that we are doing. As a result, President Trump has sunk into what they call a rage-filled depression. Likely because he knows he's not going to be able to hide from his creditors or the Southern District of New York, both of which will be gunning for him as soon as he steps out on January 20th. So now you might think that this could lead to possibly some self-reflection on what he, did wrong to turn out, to turn over 78 million Americans against him. But remember, this is Donald Trump. So he's not going to do that. No. Instead, he's going to take to his favorite social media, Twitter. On Tuesday, he said, many Trump votes were routed to Biden. This fake election cannot stand. Get moving, Republicans. Big swing state win, 75 million votes. This is on the same day that Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said this.
Many millions of us had hoped the presidential election would yield a different result. But our system of government has processes to determine who will be sworn in on January the 20th. The Electoral College has spoken. So today I want to congratulate President-elect Joe Biden. The President-elect is no stranger to the Senate. He's devoted himself to public service for many years. I also want to congratulate the Vice President-elect, our colleague from California, Senator Harris. Beyond our differences, all Americans can take pride that our nation has a female Vice President-elect for the very first time. I look forward to finishing out the next 36 days strong with President Trump. Our nation needs us to add another bipartisan chapter to this record of achievement.
Record of achievement. I could go on for an entire show about how so full of shit Mitch McConnell is, but we got to get moving. So now that's Mitch McConnell finally coming out and admitting, okay, Joe Biden has won the election. Now I look forward to, fucking him over for the next 4 years and blocking pretty much everything that he puts forward that is at all progressive and even not so. Just anything that will help Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or the Democrats whatsoever, we are just going to block. That's Mitch McConnell. That said, it's not just Mitch McConnell. It's also Vladimir Putin. Putin also congratulated Joe Biden. And so Donald Trump has lost both the leader of the Republican Party and Pooty Poot. It's over. It's over. It's over. No more Pooty Poot. Okay? But of course, in Donald Trump's demented mind, nope, he is not lost at all. In fact, he's still going. He's still going. In fact, here's a report in Axios by Jonathan Swan. Now, right up until Monday's Electoral College vote, President Trump held the false hope that Republican-controlled state legislatures would replace electors with allies who would overturn Joe Biden's win. Two people who discussed the matter with him told Axios. Obviously, that did not happen. And since it didn't, he's going to go on a blame spree. He immediately launched tirades against Republican governors Doug Ducey of Arizona and Brian Kemp of Georgia, and also vowed to make Fox News pay for calling the race. So now Fox News, Fox is not a news organization. They're the propaganda arm of the Republican Party, but they are at some points beholden to factual reality. Not all the time, but when it comes to who's going to be president of the United States, that's kind of one of the lines where Fox News can't really lie about that. I mean, what's going to happen for the next 4 years when they're like, President Trump in exile, who is currently in Trump Tower. You know what? Judge Jeanine Pirro is probably going to do the same thing. probably going to be like, the president in exile just released an edict about how he needs McDonald's or something like that. I don't know, something ridiculous. But look, with Donald Trump and with some of the ass kissers on Fox News, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, that's it, right? He also tested ways to say that he didn't win without acknowledging that he had lost. Like the pretzeling, like the pure copium that is being inhaled by Donald Trump right now, right? I didn't win, or I mean, I didn't lose. I won bigly. I won big. Oh God, I won all these states. I won Michigan and Pennsylvania. I'm the best president there ever has been. I never will be. Come on, dude. What a baby. How sad, how pathetic is this guy? Now, what's even more sad is how I just mentioned he's going to war with Fox News. Fox News, that literally, the organization that helped him the most. Like, this is a guy who had people on, like, from Fox News literally call in and give him policy ideas. This guy. All right. In fact, Trump, according to the Axios report, has been telling confidants that people at the highest levels of Fox News have reached out. We know who they are. It's Sean Hannity, Lou Dobbs. Wait, isn't Lou Dobbs like Fox Business? I don't know, because they never talk business. Okay. But the people higher up at Fox News, Sean Hannity, they weren't named in this report, so I'm just kind of like spitballing. I'm just like guessing on some of these people that are reaching out to Donald Trump to try to quote unquote repair the relationship. But according to the report, he has no desire to do that. No, how dare you? You have been disloyal to me. He has focused his particular ire on Chris Wallace, Brett Baer, and Martha McCallum. What a baby. Baby. Sad. He can't handle it. And of course, he never takes responsibility for anything. So instead of taking responsibility, because he's already admitted, I take responsibility for nothing, he's going to attack his allies or people that should be aligned to him for simply telling the truth. Because of course. But there's more. Okay. Another source added that Trump seems depressed at the realization that his backers have also given up on 2020. He's saying, quote, we won these states, and adding that what he took away from conversations with his pollster, John McLaughlin, was that if he could get as many votes as he did, he also must have won. Okay, but how it works is that, sure, you can get a lot of votes. I mean, look, he's actually did break some records. He got a lot of votes. He got millions of votes, over 70 million. That's pretty good. He's broken, records. But it just so happens that the other guy got more votes than he did. And, I know there's alternative facts. I know there's alternative Republican math. But in the real world, the math is that if somebody, and how elections work, is that if somebody has a higher number than you of votes, then they end up winning. And if you have less, then you are the loser. Sad. Hey, it happens. Look, Mitt Romney himself is a loser. He admits it. And he goes, hey, at least I didn't cry about it. True. Very true. And I rarely give Mitt Romney credit for anything. But look, again, he got less votes than the other guy. And just because more votes went to Biden does not mean that those votes are fraudulent. And in fact, look, speaking of the numbers, right, 2020 actually had one of the highest turnouts ever in an election, I think, at least since the mid-1800s. As, of course, a result of COVID, both in the fact that it actually increased the ease of people, of which people could vote, right? So you actually made voting a little bit more accessible by mail. And so, that allowed more people to be able to take part in the election, but also the fact that this was a referendum against an incredibly unpopular president. And so, of course, I mean, that's what happens. And look, you had more people that were, that weren't quite eligible or able to vote back in 2018, for example, or I'm sorry, 2016, that, have come to, of age within this last 4 years. Younger people who are a huge block of voters that are excited, that they were very eager to get rid of Donald Trump. And so that turnout was huge, even if it was for Joe Biden, who was not an exciting candidate, certainly, but it wasn't about him. It was about getting rid of Donald Trump. And that's what it was. Now, that said, Trump reported, and this is the copium, right? He will say that I don't win to describe the outcome to avoid saying the word lose. Fragile. The man is fragile. He is so fragile. His ego. I mean, he cannot admit to even himself that he has lost the election. Even though by every single metric, he has lost the election. What a sad, pathetic baby. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.